Shalom, Akim. I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ha Rekah Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akim for pushing this truth with sincerity. All right. So I don't really have a topic. I'm literally going to look for a topic or a chapter to read and just do a lesson on the fly through the Spirit. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. All right, let's do Proverbs chapter 8. It says, "Doth not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice?" All right, so the wisdom crying is the brothers who are teaching this truth, the brothers who are sighing and crying in Babylon. You know, we're tired, sick and tired of the way this place is. I mean, it's out of order. You know, and when you say it's out of order, everything is out of order. All right. Beginning with the rulership, you know, Esau's on top. You know, that's not the right order. You know, the women, they want to be the leaders, and they want to try to, you know, disorder the family. You know, by trying to lead when the women are they're under the man. You see. So everything's out of order in Babylon. Okay, everything's upside down here. Let me get a precept, right? Because it's crying out in the street. Wisdom is crying out in the street. And what does the scriptures means by that? Go to Ezekiel 9:4. It says, "And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." All right, because you got to understand, not all of Jerusalem, which Jerusalem represents the nation of Israel. It's a people before it's a place. But, you know, not all of Israel obviously is not sighing and crying for all the abominations that are being done in the midst thereof, like it says here. And that just means we're in the middle of all this shit, you know? We're caught in the crossfire of Babylon, you know? You know, because when the kingdom comes, man, everything is going to be put back in order. All right, that's what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is coming to do. It's coming to put this place in order. See, because this place is severely out of order. Okay, and I just keep going back to the mindset of the women. You know, it's just, you know, that's one of the major things. You know, that's going to be placed back in order. You know, your woman is going to be happy to serve you. She's going to be tender and delicate again. All right, she's not going to be a roughneck. You know, she's not going to be trying to match you. You know, trying to yell at you. You know, or any of that. You know, the women are going to know their place. You know, and you know, women that hear this, they might get mad and whatnot. But the thing is it's a righteous thing to know your place. These Babylonian women don't know their place. You see, that's the whole problem. Edom has exalted them to the point where they're just, you know, they don't want to listen to their husbands. You know, instead they want to do their own thing. You know, this is Proverbs 8:2. It says, "She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in places of the paths." All right, and the wisdom in the high places, that's talking about the men we're in the concourse, you know, chief place of concourse. You see, so we're right in the midst of the city, because we're supposed to be seen by the scriptures speaks about we're supposed to be seen out there teaching. You know, they shall see thy teachers. All right, let me get that real quick. Isaiah, is it 30 and 20 or 20 and 30? Let's see. Yep, that's the spirit. Go right to it. Isaiah 30 and 20. And though Yahweh give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. All right? So we're supposed to be seen, We are the teachers of Israel, whether people want to like it or not, whether they want to admit it or not. We're the ones who are teaching this Holy Bible according to truth and prophecy, okay? And their eyes see the teachers, man. We become a spectacle when they see us, right? Let's get that real quick. Speaking of a spectacle, you see that picture that just popped up on my phone. Spectacle, let's go KJV. Oops. Let's get it. 1 Corinthians 4 and 9. For I think that Yahweh hath set forth us the apostles last. As an apostles means sent away, right? Because we're disciples first, meaning a student of discipline. And then when we go out and teach, we become apostles. The word apostle means sent away. And sent away what? To teach, all right? And, we have our elder apostles. We're not the elder apostles, but we are apostles, all right? It says, for I think that Yahweh hath set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. See, and so spectacle goes into, seeing. Like I just read, they're going to see their teachers, is what it says. Let's get that definition of spectacle. A visually striking performance or display. An event or scene regarded in terms of its visual impact. And we're out there, it's a visual impact for sure. Because people stop from across the street and they'll squint their eyes and they try to figure out what we're doing, And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai puts vain imaginations on these people. All right? Because I had this was a couple years back, but I remember it always comes to mind. I had because we wear our garments and they're long down to our feet, and I had a guy a friend in the world that I knew, from years back, and he goes, hey Shabai. Well, he used my slave name, but I'm gonna say my name for the sake of this video. He says, Shabai, my wife saw you on the street corner, and she said you were selling blankets. You guys were selling blankets or something. And so that's a spectacle, because she looked at it as we were selling blankets, because that's the thought that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai put in her head, when indeed we were teaching and prophesying in our garments. But these are vain imaginations of the people, useless imaginations. That's what that means. So when I go into the word spectacle, it says a visually striking performance or display. Right? She thought we had a display of blankets out there to be sold, Which, hey, that's your pa, because hey, in essence, we will be, what's a blanket's purpose? To cover you, right? We're going to be covered by this word. We're going to be covered by the blood of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay? So, even though we weren't selling blankets, yeah, we still are covered. We're covered because we're exempt. If Lord willing, I'm in that number. We're part of the elect, you see. But that's what that word spectacle means, a visual striking of performance. So let's go back to, let's get it, what was it, 1 Corinthians? Let me see. Let me get that again. Spectacle. KJV. Let me read it out again. For I think that Yahweh hath set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men. All right, so there it is. We're a spectacle, a visual display with impact. All right, or we're supposed to be seen out there, brothers. That's why we go out in the chief place of concourse. Let's get that in Proverbs, I believe. Con. Proverbs 1 and 21, it says, she crieth, it's talking about wisdom. She crieth in the chief place of concourse. In the openings of the gates in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? See? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make you known. I will make known my words unto you. But I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. So the simple ones are you fucking 2/3 that you don't want to hearken, you don't want to listen to the prophets because you're severely deceived, and the Lord has put strong delusion on your mind, and you can't discern the truth. You know, you want to be part of Esau's kingdom, and you hope that kingdom lasts forever. You know, you want America, Babylon the Great, to be healed, and from its plagues, which, according to the Holy Bible, the plagues are only going to ramp up. They're only going to get worse. Okay, that's why you keep hearing about a new fucking variant every 6 months, every 3-4 months. Esau's bringing out a new variant of this plague, and he's got you all in fear. All right. So the men with the wisdom, though, hey, we're out here sighing and crying because we know what it is. You people walking in the Walking Dead, as we like to call you, and even Esau calls you that because he made that movie as a mockery over you people who don't know shit. But you see, there's a group, a remnant of men, the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai reserves in every single regeneration and every single captivity, that have not bowed the knee to Baal. You're bowing the knee to Baal when you do that. That's what you're doing. You're bowing your knee to Baal, and you're worshiping him by taking comfort in his medicine, in his there's all kinds of different code words we got for the thing now. The newest one I've heard is the jump shot. You took the jump shot because you wanted to be comforted by the devil, your daddy, you see. So we got all kinds of code names, code words for that jab, that hokey pokey, that jump shot, whatever you want to call it, man. We got to use these code words because Esau's a hater. He takes our videos down, man. What are you gonna do, man? You gotta work around it, all right? So, but it says about wisdom. It says she crieth in the chief place of concourse. All right, so let's get that word concourse. It's a public. Let's get it. Concourse definition: a large open area inside or in front of a public building, as in an airport or train station, a crowd or assembly of people. All right, so we're in front of a public building and we're around an assembly of people. All right, because your woman, she might get mad because she thinks you're going downtown to look at ass and titties, but no, it's the scripture tells you that you're supposed to be in the chief place of concourse, sighing and crying. All right, we do the videos, like I'm doing a video right now in solitaire. I'm by myself. I'm not with anybody else. But when you're out there teaching and prophesying and going to camp, you need to be in a chief place of concourse. You need to be around people. Why? Because, the people, we have to be a spectacle out there, And we're not necessarily out there for the people that are out there. We're out there for the brotherhood, the elect, and sometimes the elect will walk up on us, you see. But the majority of the time, it's scoffers and mockers, But we have to be put in the middle of the fire, in the chief place of concourse. All right? That's why what does Romans 12 tell you? Romans 12 tells you that we're a living sacrifice, right? Let's get it 12, and I'll start at 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Okay, so it's reasonable for us to go out there in the chief place of concourse. All right, we all have cars that we can drive downtown and park and walk out and carry our signs and go set up our display and go become a spectacle to the people. See, and it's not because we're not doing it for fame or for vain glory. We're doing it because the Lord put the Spirit on us to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love going to camp, but there's times when you it's camp day, and you may it's that devil that he's in your mind and thinking like, hey, I wish I had the day off, or I wish I didn't have to go to camp today. But when you really get in the Spirit, especially now we're getting closer to the end, you really don't have those days anymore. Because I remember I used to be like that. I'd be like, man, I want to take the day off. Just spend it with your woman, an extended weekend, But no, this is a sacrifice. We have to sacrifice that time with your woman, sacrifice that time with your kids, and go make your body a living sacrifice, you see? And that's what it is. If we're just in our houses all the time teaching the word, we're not making ourselves a living sacrifice. There's no danger out there. No, you got to put yourself in the fire where, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you're going to have that hedge around you, that protection. But at the same time, you got to be in the midst of the fire where the scoffers, the mockers, the demons, the haters, the Christians, the Renaissance Christians, I should say, all those fucking heathen, the 2/3. You got to be in the middle of that. All right. That's shows true faith. And let me read verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. See, so this is the renewing of our minds. When you first hear this truth, you scoffers and you mockers, you think we done lost our minds, But no, we're actually renewing our minds, We're thinking the correct way. All right? And the longer you're in this truth, the longer that you see that you get that renewal of your mind. It really does vex you to be in this place, and that's why we sigh and cry in the streets, in the chief place of concourse. The way I started this lesson. All right, so let's go to let's see. Go to go back to Proverbs. It says, Proverbs 8:3. Salakia 8:3. It says, she crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. All right, so who is that? Who's at the gates? The men are the gates, right? We always tell you, the prophets, these are the gates to heaven. Why? Because to get into heaven, you have to learn, right? Who are you going to learn from? The teachers, the prophets. So she crieth at the gate, at the entry of the city, and we're right there smack dab in the city, in the chief place of concourse. At the coming in at the doors. All right, because, hey, everybody that passes by that camp, they're all going to get judged, all right? You come to the camp, even if you just walk by the camp, you're going to get judged. Why? Because you didn't take no heed. You didn't hearken to the mouth of the Lord, all right, which are the men. Let me get that. Because we always prove what we read, or prove what we say, I should say, through the scripture. 1 and 70.